Foundations Excerpt number 9, Program Codes, Reprogramming Love versus Fear Methodology. As we develop our healing blueprint and energy map, we're simultaneously reprogramming our subconscious mind with beliefs and programs that realign our perceptions and intentions with structures that align with the healing, restoration, and expansion process. As we realign and reprogram our subconscious mind with core beliefs that align with self-love and authenticity, we simultaneously are tasked with rewiring new thoughts, concepts, ideas, program codes, and active processes that match and support our new and improved core beliefs and programs. This is the difference between conceptually understanding something and embodying it. As we anchor ourselves into higher consciousness frequencies through beliefs, programs, timelines, and structures, we must actively show up with focused awareness and applied intention, practicing self-awareness, honesty, self-accountability, self-compassion, self-acceptance, and authenticity. This is how we create new neural pathways in our brain and reprogram the subconscious mind with new parameters and instruction sets. As we reprogram our subconscious mind to function the way it was originally designed to, we must become conscious and aware of all new instruction sets as well as the old. A deprogramming and reprogramming must occur. For example, if not, when you feel unwell, it will be because you have a core belief that is out of balance with a new parameter and instruction set. The subconscious mind cannot have two beliefs/programs running that conflict with one another. The various forms of negative physical symptoms, whether it be through illness, disease, or pain of any sort, is actually due to resistance within our very own programming. Due to our negative programming, we immediately respond in alignment to our old programs until we solidify the change consciously by acknowledging the new parameters within our own awareness to reflect a new belief. This means you will have to have experienced the growing pains of the new belief and cleared the old programs to solidify the running of the new programs through the potency of your combined action steps. When we fail to recognize that everything we experience as negative is coming from inside ourselves, we will remain stuck recycling old patterns and experiences over and over. We will also keep perpetuating the looking for reasons outside ourselves to blame for being the reason for something. It's very important we keep at the forefront of our minds that the details of any story we tell ourselves is based on old parameters and programs that no longer apply to a growth mindset on expansion. You must embrace everything you experience comes from within, and nature has its own logic and laws when it comes to long-term and meaningful change, especially in that change can only occur when you train yourself how to think beyond how you feel. We need to move away from outdated negative thought processes and programming and stop perceiving life from the perspective of good or bad, right or wrong. This doesn't mean we condone negative behaviors. It simply means we recognize that each person has a right to choose to serve the light or darkness within themselves, simply because we live in a free will system. We need to reframe our belief in terms of what's being created and experienced by us can only either be positive or negative in nature. This mindset helps us conceptually understand the meaning of what it means when we say that love is the only thing that is real and fear is the distortion, indeed of correction, that is tied to the illusion. This higher consciousness concept, when applied properly, gives us the ability to zoom in and put things in perspective much more easily. Cultivating awareness of the shadow aspects of self through identifying when we experience negative feelings and emotions begins by practicing daily the building of our self-awareness to notice when we've been triggered. The tools we will be working with are our thoughts, negative feelings, perceived problems, and perceived problem sources. Apply this methodology to every circumstance in which you find yourself struggling. This will assist you in pulling yourself out of traps by identifying if what you're experiencing is love or fear. This will help you identify your blocks to properly identify your shadows, assist in healing and clearing trauma energy, and healing the inner child. When triggered, ask yourself, am I experiencing love or fear right now? Name it, for it can only ever be black or white because there is no gray. Make yourself look at your behavior first, not anyone else's, your own. Ask yourself, what is happening right now? What am I doing to create this? Is there fear here within me anywhere? Look right in the eyes of your fear and don't back down. When you do this, you will see that there's nothing to be afraid of. You will learn it's always about your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs centered around your fear that is the problem. The bottom line is this. If something isn't working for you, then it's an indication that fear is present. It is your job to acknowledge it by naming it, surrendering to it, feeling it, cleansing it, healing it, and clearing it. It's not a choice or an option if you are having a chaotic experience. Just accept the truth up front that you're having a chaotic experience because you yourself have created it. You created it for yourself to teach yourself something because you're not being loving somewhere towards yourself or another. Whenever there is resistance, it is always because there is fear present within you. Accept that it is happening because you are afraid of something. Your job is to remember the reason why you agreed to have the experience. Reflect on whatever is happening and understand whatever that something is within you and no one else. Do not blame anyone else for your creation. You have done it. Now learn from it. If you don't accept the gift that you have given yourself, then to what extent would you dishonor yourself? When you dishonor yourself, you are in denial of your source, and that is an insult. When you recognize this behavior, what it generates energetically, you no longer wish to add to the negative frequency of the collective. You must come to a place of agreement to understand that if something is not working, it is because you have created it and made it that way. If it lacks harmony, there is fear inside of you somewhere. It's your job to figure it out. You must find its source. These are the tests given to us to give us more insight into the many aspects of our own nature that need to be healed. Remember, negative emotions are your teachers and guides, showing up to teach you what needs to be healed within you.